Hello there. We will start in 3 minutes. And hi. Welcome everybody to the stream. It's an unusual one. As the name suggests, it's pro-Ukraine charity live stream. So check out a link in the description of YouTube video and below Twitch video. Also you can use in the chat ! link if you want to donate, and let's try to make it a fun live stream. I am safe, and here generally in Poland everything is okay, and there is echo. No, there should be no echo. Yeah, in Poland we are safe, so I am okay, but of course Ukraine is not. So indeed, let's hope that this war will end very soon. And I encourage you to donate to Red Cross, which is a charity that already operates for a long time in Ukraine. So also now during the crisis, during war, basically, it will help those in need. As I told you, I'm going to make it a fun live stream. So here is the rule for me. If I get compilation error, no matter if it's in my editor or after submitting, I need to erase my code and start from scratch. We'll start from easy problems, but I think then I will switch to more and more difficult ones, which should make it more interesting. And let's see how that goes. is a little scary. So yeah, let's hope for the best. I need to clear the side screen a little bit. Done. Sorting section. I will do the very first problem, and then we'll go from there. Just let me log in. I don't hear. If I've never solved those introductory problems, then maybe I can just go through them. Okay, here's the plan. First, just like 3 of those easy problems. Then we'll switch to other categories. You can suggest stuff. And yeah, please donate. For now, if you want to ask some questions, can be coding related, of course. You can also use donations for that, and for $6 you can get, you can stop me from using indentation in the next problem. It's my first charity stream, so sorry if something will go wrong. One more thing. Okay, never mind. Weird algorithm. You need to start from n. Okay, maybe first I'm going to, because so often I hit F9, I'm worried that I will hit it even though I don't want to, but I think it adds the thrill. So still, let's do that. While n is not 1, print it. If it's even, divide by 2, else multiply by 3 and add 1. And print it once more. I'm scared to hit F9, but let's go. First compilation, success. I'm just checking the chat. Increase the volume of voice, really? I think it's standard. Banner like please donate. Maybe after this problem. Okay, let's run this for free. The input is 3, 10, 5, 16, and so on. Okay, seems fine. Code. Submit. Output limit exceeded. Maybe I'm not using long longs. What are the constraints? I'm not sure if that's needed. If n can go as high, but let's try. And now I would need to erase my code if I made a mistake. Submit. Okay, accepted. So apparently for a number smaller than 1 million, it can go above 2 billion. Return 0 is not needed. Output limit exceeded is when you keep printing too much, but apparently I got an overflow and kept going forever. If the output should be like, 30 numbers on average, and they suddenly get millions of numbers, then the verdict is output limit exceeded. Okay, first problem done. Second one. Find the missing number in a sequence from 1 to n. How do we want to do it? XOR? Why don't I use SYN? Whatever. Why shouldn't I use scan? So far, this is all easy. No compilation so far. Start with this, and or even start from n multiplied by this divided by 2. It's good. The sum of numbers from 1 to n. Yeah, compilation. Success. I think I need to compile in a different way because you don't see the compilation at the bottom of Genie. Well, this doesn't help. I need to here increase the font. Oh, I made a mistake. This repeats something n times. I wanted n-1. 2, 3, 1, 5, 4. Okay. No compilation errors so far. Done. So here I, just to explain a little bit of what I did, I added up all the numbers from 1 to n, and then I subtracted those in the input. There is one more version of this solution where you can compute the XOR of all numbers. Yes, I would need to remove now all the code if I got compilation error. One more easy problem, and then we advance to the next stage, let's say. You need to read string ACTG. Oh, by the way, I know all those problems because so many times I recommended this problem set to some other people, so I've read all of those. I think all of those problems, I know the statements. I also know the solutions. It's just that I've never implemented them. Yay! I think that's the first donation. I need to, if the messages here are not displayed, let me fix that. Okay, but still, if you open that page, I didn't manage this to make OBS to display the message as well, message of your donation, but once you donate, I still see the messages here. So if you donate $5 to ask a question, I still will see it. But in particular, donate exactly $6 for something. In this case, no indentation in my next problem, which right now it's boring, of course, because we are dealing with easy problems. Okay, the third easy problem, then we're moving to something more difficult. Read a string with ACTG and find the longest repetition in the sequence, so longest block of equal characters. Let's make it more scary. Let's use scene, where I'm not really sure if this is how you should type it, but I think it should be okay. Read as this previous character is initially question mark, the answer is 0, the length of block so far is 0. Now for every character, if this is equal to previous, then increase the block size, else reset the block. This part you can do anyway. Compile. Successful. So far, so good. With easy problems, something more difficult could happen. Oh yeah, previous. I didn't overwrite. This is the previous character. With easy problems, I could even make it harder, where whenever there is a normal error, like wrong answer, then I also need to erase my code. Maybe you can try that later, but I will think about it. I think it makes a lot of sense. How can we donate? You will see it if you see the stream, for example, in Twitch. Just scroll below. Oh, here, donate with just giving. This image should say something more, but if you click it, you will see the donation page. Did I miss a donation? Yes, I did. Oh. Thanks for doing this. I hope Ukraine gets peace as soon as possible. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I see. Because the amount was hidden, it was anonymous donation with amount hidden as well. I didn't get notification with OBS, which is fine. Okay, we are getting closer to $100 now. That's good. Do you have to use a different language? No, please not. Okay, I think we can try one more easy problem just with more interesting conditions. I wonder. And then I will move to medium problems. And somebody suggested, please try this one. Giant pizza. But is it a difficult problem? Giant pizza. Oh yeah, it's something hard. For sure not at the beginning of the stream. Number spiral. Okay, I have an idea. I can try number spiral, but also let's say just for this single problem, just to make easy problem interesting, compilation error is remove everything. But also let's say that any running without accepted is remove everything. Just for this single problem. Okay. Trying brainfuck? No. Okay. In number spiral, you need to print numbers from top left corner. No. Oh, you don't need to write numbers. Okay, I remember the problem differently. You need to say where a number is. Okay. Let's go. There are test cases. Now, there is row and column. So what? I think it matters a lot if row or column is smaller. Like if row is 4, column is 2, then you are looking at 15, but what's important is that you are in the 4th layer. So layer is the maximum of those two. Sucks I don't have a credit card. If you switch to British pounds, you can pay with PayPal as well. I'm almost sure that you can pay with PayPal if you switch to proper currency. So try that. Okay, there's the layer. And now the layer will tell us roughly what the numbers are. In 3rd layer, numbers are up to 9. So layer times layer with long. But we need to decrease this a little bit. And if we are in here, the smaller number is something we need to subtract. Almost always. Answer minus equal minimum of row column. Yay, another donation. Sorry that I'm not noticing them immediately sometimes. I need to just get used to it. I saw a name Katzper, but now I don't see any recent donations, so maybe I need to just wait a few seconds. How does it work exactly? And anonymous with $10. Thank you. Katzper, thank you very much. I can maybe display it here. Does it make sense? I think it does. Just let me know if something is wrong with the stream. If, for example, the layout is bad, just tell me. A single question, no indentation for the single question. Okay, now, if we are Slavic $6, okay, I think we can apply it here. No indentation, here you go. Now, if we apply it here, first I need -1, because in column number 2, I just want to subtract 1. Then in column number 3, subtract 2. Column number 4, subtract 3. But then what happens here? Something depends on the parity of layer. This works. Thank you, another anonymous for €10. Looks ugly, the layout? Yeah, sorry about that. Indentation. Okay, sorry. Okay, now if layer modulo 2 is no, I always need to do it. Strobel, thank you for £10. For free, do you see it? Yep, you see it. 8-5. Igor, thank you. When I'm done with the little bit of logic, I will go through messages. So if you included some questions in your donations, I will go through them in a moment. Now, if layer is free, then we have this. But what is happening here exactly? We should actually add to the previous layer squared plus 1. So depending on parity of layer and whether row or something is greater. So is this equal to row is greater than column? For example, is it true here? Layer is 3, so this is 1, and row is smaller than column. So this is, for example, 8. Then we have this. Else we are at this situation. So I think that it's better to say that answer minus or plus equal the mean of row column. Layer minus 1 times layer minus 1. This will be 4 plus minimum of row column. And print. Beautiful, right? The $7 donation will be unlocked once we reach $200, and I think we are very close to that. Aren't we? some money from a filthy Python SQL developer for a good cause. Thank you, Strobel. Currently practicing CP by doing lots of 1000 rated problems on Codeforces. Do you think it's worth doing heavy math exercises, or is it okay to skip? Peace for Ukraine. If you're solving 1000 rated problems in Codeforces, you shouldn't do heavy math. I'm sure about that. Maybe some easy counting problems, like you should know what are permutations, and that's it. So Igor, the answer to your question is no, don't do heavy math. We're close to reaching $200, so another event will unlock in that case. Okay, now, am I correct? Let's just simulate this. Row, do you see this? Yes, you see it. Let's say row is equal to, I can set whatever, right? Row is equal to 4, column is equal to, row is 5, column is 4. Let's see what will happen. Layer is 5. Answer is 25. Layer modulo 2 is 1. Row smaller than column, 0. This doesn't apply. This does apply. This is 16 plus minimum, which is 4. 16 plus 4, 20. Now, is it right? Not at all. That's 22. Right. 4. No, row 5, column 4. Yes, it's okay. It's 20. Then something else. Let's try the other way around, maybe. 4 and 5. What will happen? Then this will differ. Answer minus equal 25 minus 3. Yes, I think it's okay. Let's erase everything. It would be very stupid to get compilation error here. I'm trying. Whoa, douche, thank you. Thank you for 50. Okay, let's compile. And so you would see the compilation, Control S. Maybe I should do it here. G++. I don't remember the flags needed to compile. I don't want to erase just because I will compile incorrectly. Okay. AA.cpp. Compiled. But I also said that if it doesn't work, I remove everything. So let's submit. Easy. I need error, maybe. Okay. So fourth easy problem solved. Now we can move on. Thank you for all the donations so far. We reached $200, so let's start some new unlocks. So the $7 will be using notepad, something very, I think, normal. But I'm allowed to use indentation. And then there will be another unlock at $500. Let's say $400. If you want this to happen for the next problem, you can just submit this exact amount. €4, thank you. I think that counts as $5 as well. Everything seems okay. Yep. What's up, chat? There were 2 tests? Yes, but there were test cases. So now let's switch for the next maybe half an hour to LeetCode. I'm not signed in. $400 is coding on paper. I think that's not really a big challenge for me. Let me check something. Where is my drawing tablet? I use OneNote for drawings. And it has writing detection. But I'm not sure if I can turn this on easily. So first, OneNote. No, I can type. Ink to shape, ink to math, ink to text. Why is it grayed out? Okay, chat, if somebody checks this, give me in the chat the instructions on what to do, so in OneNote I could type, you know, with a pen, and that would turn into text. Project Euler with Excel. I think that's a perfectly fine idea. I'm refreshing the list of recent. Can you please show how to do a segmentation fault? Okay. The message from Bine was, can you please show us how to do segmentation fault? Maybe then Russians will recognize they are out of bounds. I didn't expect that. Indeed, if you're using an incorrect index, for example, in C++, if you have proper compilation flags instead of undefined behavior, you should get an out-of-bounds error, and your program should be stopped. That's correct. Now, problems. Any suggestions for a problem to solve? Here again, just one warm-up problem. Two-sum, add two numbers. I didn't solve it, so let's do it. And then something more difficult. Oh, linked lists. Okay, let it be linked lists. Now this is interesting with the rule about compilation error is equal remove the whole code, because I don't know how to use pointers in C++. Still to this day, I don't know how to do it properly. I mean, I can guess. You're given two non-empty linked lists representing two non-negative integers. The digits are stored in reverse order and each node contains a single digit. Chat, do we want that? I don't want it. Do you want it? I wanted to solve easy problems. That would be more fun. No? No? Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. I thought that it will be about adding two numbers together. Zigzag conversion. What is this? I think we can do this. The string is written in a zigzag pattern on a given number of rows, like this. PayPal is hiring. PayPal is hiring. Okay, so first three characters will be like that, then a single character. So there is kind of a cycle of size 4. Then read line by line, like that. So this is first character, then character number 5, 9, and so on. Like +4, +4. Number of rows. But what happens if there are 4 rows? Well, It's not a good example if this is your zigzag pattern. Okay, but now I get it. So if this is a grid, then we want to move like this. Oh. It's kind of similar to the previous problem I solved, right? About spiral. If I understand correctly, we need to make those shapes. Dislike count on this problem. Whoa, that's a big dislike count. But is it that bad or boring? Indeed, those are Russian characters, right? Easy problem where it is easy to accidentally get wrong answer. Robot path. Okay, I can solve it next if you say so. I will check out the robot path next. And here you need to do this, then that. Well, the easy way to do it is to just use a two-dimensional array to create this kind of grid. Or what? I think I know what I will do. I will sort something. For every character, I think I can repeat the rules from before. And again, if you can add more rules with $6 and $7 donations. And again, link is here in the chat, !link. I think, so the rules are compilation error is remove everything, and also any kind of test error. So if I run this and it doesn't work, again, I remove everything. So just submit or nothing, and if you submit and it's wrong, remove it. For every character, first you keep going down. So this will be the current row, and this will be the direction. 0 means down, 1 means up. As long as you keep moving down, then a vector of all in place back row comma I. First we sort by row. So I want to get coordinates of those, where actually the exact column doesn't matter. And then if this is 0, then row plus plus. If row is num rows, which is the limit, then actually row is this, because from num rows minus 1, which was the last one, like here, this is the second row. You go do plus 1, you go to a non-existing row 3, but actually you should have went up here. Okay, and direction is 1. Else row minus minus, but if row is equal to minus 1, then actually row should be 1. From 0 you went up. Yeah. And that's it. This will guarantee that. No. Oh, so this doesn't hurt. Okay, and now I think if I sort all the events, which I could do in linear time, that wouldn't be hard. If I do this. Oh, for the whole time you didn't see my full drawing. Sorry about that. If I sort this, then in this order everything should be printed. Now, do I need to include something in LeetCode? I think I don't need that. Then I need to read this code once and then submit. PayPal. Okay. I create this. So first it's by row, then it's by index as well. If I keep going, change direction to 0. No, changed here direction to 0. If you're going down, do this. If that's illegal, then make a step back. How small can num rows be? 1. If num rows is equal to 1, return s. Okay, I think that's it. I can see compilation error coming. No. I think it's far more likely that I get a standard error. With an editor on, this is easy. And place back. Looks good to me. Submit. Easy. Okay, moving on. Robot path was suggested as a tricky, easy problem. I'm going to read it. Given a description of a robot's path, the robot begins at point 0, 0 and performs n commands. Stop when performed everything, or whenever it visits something where it already was, it stops. Calculate the total distance the robot moves. I see. Here actually I need a drawing. It starts somewhere. $8, thank you a lot. If that was supposed to be like $7, then maybe let me know in the chat. So go 5, go up, this. Okay, in robot's path, for every column, I will need to remember segments that are here, and also how do I intersect vertical with horizontal? With a segment tree? Do I need to use a segment tree here? $10. The total target is $1,000. Let me read some messages. ORZ Arita, very cool. You're welcome, Zach. No war, please. Indeed, please. I think I can reveal what I wanted to unlock at $400. Or should I keep you waiting? Okay, I will just say that at $400 there will be something cool, like unlocked, to be bought, that already was mentioned in the chat today. But I think you didn't treat it seriously. 300 people, yep, that's a lot. Plus 100 on YouTube, so actually right now 400 people are watching. So let's get those dollars up. So far I only see a segment tree solution for robot path. I'm now thinking about this problem, robot path. Maybe in some way it is useful that we move in a pattern. So, I mean, those are not separate segments. $13. Thank you, Mango. And $7. What's 7? Notepad. Okay, robot path will be done in Notepad. Here you go. The code will go here. I think that Notepad is indeed terrible with 6 plus 7. Does it count as 6 plus 7? Okay, then I think it's twice Notepad and once no indentation. And compilation error, it means starting from scratch. Well, how do you do this without a segment tree? And why in OneNote sometimes drawings will disappear? We are at $276. Wait, even with a segment tree, how do you solve it? With sets? I can do binary search over the answer and check if the set of segments intersects, but endpoints matter as well. I think that's what I will do. So nlog squared time complexity. Binary search over how long prefix I can handle, because I want to sweep from left to right. To handle endpoints nicely, if I see a segment, going like that, actually I will say that it includes only those squares. So every segment is everything except for the endpoint. Then the next segment will go like that, and so on. So this would represent something like this, where later you can continue maybe like this. Okay. Now I don't know if there is a cheating if that's cheating, but chat, can you tell me if there is an easier solution? For $20, use Python to solve the problem, but for non-easy problems that will become impossible. I cannot do that. Code in chat window. Okay, I like this idea. I will add it from now on. But it's mutually exclusive with Notepad. Where is this? Once we get there, we will figure out the details, what it means exactly. But it doesn't apply to this problem because Notepad is already here. Goto and recursion are boring. Okay, so binary search over this length of this, then binary search over length of a single one. So it will be sweeping times log of n plus log of a single number. Then how do I do the sweep line? So how do I check if a set of segments intersects at all? If those are only horizontal and vertical, I will sweep from left to right. And always in given column, we need to check if they intersect and whether maybe they contain something here. But all the values are big. Oh, but I can just use a multiset. So if I have some horizontal segments, then what? Yeah, then I will just keep in a set what of them there are. Yeah, that's easy. Let's code. Notepad is terrible. I don't know how it will look like. I think it's bad for you that there is no coloring. Maybe it's better if I open this in Genie, but switch code to Python so it wouldn't understand indentation well. Similar problem in Polish Olympiad. Robotic. All right. And it was, the goal was the same? Try writing in online. No. Typewrite mode solution, no deletion. I think that makes sense. Now int main. Let's make this bigger. So it's a direction, up, right, down, left. And I cannot use indentation. Great. All in place back. Exdist. Maybe let's do some functions to make it easier to understand. Hunter, thank you for 20. I will move the messages to the side. And Hanker for 13. Thanks. From time to time, I'm looking at the messages. Now I see that Mango typed 6 + 7. Which I don't think I can forgive that. Draw in Notepad and convert with handwriting. I asked earlier if that's possible. Code every line of code in separate file. No. Okay. All in place back this. I was going to create a function. But then this becomes global. That's fine. Let it be global. Okay, reading. And then there is, let's say, solve. Whatever, I will do it in main. Code in chat for 20. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure what it means, but also it cannot apply to this problem because I'm already doing that in Notepad. Just dropping by saying thanks before I go off and do some programming myself. Saw the notification on YouTube and thought I would drop by for a moment. Thank you, Hunter. No worse please, only programming words allowed. Indeed. So thank you, Hunter, again. Thank you, Hanker, as well. I don't know if that's a coincidence. Painful to watch? Good. Okay, read. So binary search. I need a function. So is okay given a vector of segments where every segment, oh, that's scary. Every segment is with long longs this and that. Segs. I will use that in binary search. Now this will sweep things from left to right. And here we need two binary searches. First, over how many full commands I can use. Second, how much I can use the last one. So there is binary search 1 and binary search 2. In the first, but in both we will do something similar. I think that here we want a vector, just like the input vector, pair of char int. This is prefix of the input, and now I need to transform this into segments. Anonymous $10, thank you. For every pair in prefix. How are you liking my string? I think that everybody is liking segs. What can you not like about it? Chat is 12. I'm not surprised. Wait, did I remove it? Oh yeah, I removed it, but that wasn't on purpose. We still will have segs. Let's use structured bindings. I don't even know what that is. If p first is equal to, what do I want to do? No, I want to do this. x2 is x, y2 is y. If p first is equal d, so going down, and then let's say we decrease y coordinate. If I wonder if I should use assert. No, I'm not going to run it. Wait, am I allowed to run it? Yes, I am. Right? P first is D. That's what's funny for you. So I am allowed to run, and so I can use assert. It's okay as long as it doesn't compile incorrectly. Else, if p first is equal u, x2, okay, I think I moved it here, y down up, x down up. Now something, and then we will override both, but in between we need to add this segment to our beloved vector of segments, but now I'm not sure if we need this. I anyway want to sort events. With sweep line, I need to add event for the start and for the end. Thank you, Anonymous. And I think this happens when the amount is hidden. So then we don't see that, right? Whoa, are we at $700? Yes, we are at $700. Whoa, whoa. Michał, thank you for $25. Then let's indeed make it interesting. I don't know what is code in the chat. And now then let's say okay, so chat, you were joking about it earlier, but for $100 from now on, if the donation is exactly $100, I will code one problem without looking, where I'm not sure how we will figure it out. I will, I think, turn off my monitor and that's it, and hide OBS. Maybe I will move my camera a little bit. That being said, still I need to first finish this problem, which I'm not close to doing that. Okay, I think no segs today, at least not in this problem. I need to sort events. Those events still will be of this type. I'm not happy that I agreed for solving this problem. Oh, and I wanted else assert false. And everything seems fine. Yep. Else assert false. No. Xy, x2, y2. Now, for every seg in segs, we need to create an event out of it, so I could sweep. What's the event? First of all, there is x, so I could sort by something, and then just maybe ID. Is ID enough? I need to figure out if macros to define emojis. No. Well, we might need 2 more y's. If that's vertical. If horizontal, then we need just this. Vector of events. Events clear. And instead of adding 2 segs, let's create this thing and say seg add stuff. This add will just add more events to this vector, where if this is, oh, and one more thing, it shouldn't contain the very last element. So should I do -1 everywhere? Because I don't want to include this guy. Seems so. I will have a copy paste here. Wow, that's great. I see a way to avoid it, but I don't want to. Copy paste in notepad. Now nobody will want to hire me. So this will not include the last element, then this, but then also after you're done with everything, $25, thank you. Font size to 72. That's a lot of good ideas. Yes, the last move. I also need to here type unless I want to say that, okay, I'm just searching for something and I don't count the last thing. So the very last move I can increase by 1. Oh, yep. Prefix. Okay, that's a nice fix. Because then it's correct to ignore the last move like this. I I don't need this. And we're getting somewhere. Now, if those two are equal, is it possible that something is empty though? No, I don't think so. So I think that p-second is at least 1. Yep, that's a good assert. Now, in this case, if we have a horizontal event, I add two events. Events pushback, event of minimum. So maybe first this. Event of x1 with just y1. And here's some fake value. What can be fake value? Fake. I'm not sure if this is right. Let's do it differently. And it's not necessarily just infinity. Also, I don't need such a big number because everything is up to 1 million. Oh, $10 choose variable name. Good idea. I think I will grab all those ideas and use them next time. Oh, Sheldon tongue twister. Okay, let's do that. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck. I think I did well. Actually, I'm proud of myself now. Okay, this and events pushback event of. Now, not really x2 because I want to run this when it's erased. I will think about it in a moment. Else, if assert that those x's are equal to each other and events pushback event of x1 y1 y2. This is vertical where we will need to check some intersections. Okay, now do I need to keep some kind of type here? I know there should be function for comparison. Why here? No, that should be in event. But I can just add a type if I want. Okay, now type is start. Anonymous, thank you for 50 euro. I think we are 80% through to the goal of $1,000, which is amazing. Vertical is 2. Make per end type. This and he dot type. Okay, in case of ties, I sort by the type. So with those few values, I can decide what should be the order. Now, if there is something horizontal, let's say, I want to consider the start first, the end last, and vertical in the middle. So to really find all the intersections. Great. And now with this, it will be like that. Good. And now the types, this is the start, this is the end, and this is vertical. Great. Now we have add. In is okay, we do this. Then sort. What do we sort? Events. Create set for horizontal, for active horizontal. then for every event, you just need to do something. On-screen keyboard. Oh. You could use enums. I'm safer using those. How much fun or pain is coding in Notepad? To be honest, I'm worried that the stream is getting more boring, so that it would be better if I actually did more easy problems. So Notepad is fine. This problem is not fine. I think I'm willing here to just be done with this part, then compile, test it, so just check if this works, and not to implement binary search, because I want to do, you know, more of easy problems, just to make a better stream. But we'll see after I'm done with this part. And translate all variable names to Ukrainian. So many good ideas. Which problem is this? This is a problem robot path from CSS. You can search for robot path CSS. Don't vote the problem before you close it. I don't think CSS has voting system. I agree, easy problems will be better. So I think I will not implement binary search, sorry. But I want to do this. And if I fail, I'm redoing it. You know, I mean, compilation error, remove everything, start from scratch. Now, for every event, if event type is I think we can here run this in a separate function. Return helper, let's say. Okay, sort events, create horizontal for every event in events. If the type is vertical, then we want to guarantee that nothing in horizontal is included. So I need to create, also let's here create something like fake +1 for convenience. Horizontal lower bound. Yeah, row bound of event dot x1. No, just x. If this is lower equal than not at all y1. Event dot y2. I think I prefer to do it like that if I don't have indentation. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, beautiful. Else, do I do anything? Oh, I still need to gather all the verticals for this x, and I need to compare them with each other in some sorted form. Just amazing. Vector of pair of this. Let's call it column. If this works, I'm very happy. Columns this, and also if previous x is, I don't know, minus infinity, if event x is not previous x, do this, but also check the column. Is this joint? Do you feel the same thing I feel? Because I don't like this code. Column sort for every item if this is not greater, so if it's smaller, yeah, if it's smaller equal than the previous element, return false, they are not disjoint. Close if, close for, return true. Again, for simplicity, let's do it in the same line. This sort, return true if nothing happened. Now this will be checked there. Let's take this by reference and let's clear it. If I return false, then I don't even need to clear it. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, Control Z doesn't work in the same way in Notepad as in Genie. Clear. Okay, end of if. Then this is, I think, this is the end of for. And once more, I need to type this. And I'm almost done. Because now what's left is just when there is start or end of something horizontal, there are easy things to do. If it's the end, it's just removal. Not here, yeah, here. Else if event type is end, I believe that's simply horizontal erase of event dot y. And else assert this and something will happen. I need to check if this doesn't intersect with something existing. So if horizontal count this y, return false, and then horizontal insert. Done. I think that's really done. Okay, let me look at the chat for a moment. So I need to refresh Twitch. $829. That's just amazing. Problem link. CSS robot path. If somebody finds it, you can put link in the description. I already have a typo. I will read my code. Come on, how can you make a typo here in this beautiful code? After this, I promise I will solve something easier. If is if, is if can I use Control F? Thank you. That's cheating, obviously. After this includes redoing? Yes, it includes redoing. No. Else. Series of if else's. This, all of that is in a for loop, then this is a closing bracket. Yep, that's all okay. Is this joint? Slavic $10, thank you. Thank you again. Let it be correct indeed. Then it's your job, chat, to check things as well. You should just rewrite everything, compile, and tell me if it works. I once did that for the ICPC World Finals. After World Finals, we were supposed to get files from our submissions a few weeks later, or actually we didn't know when exactly, but I was extremely curious what didn't work in my code, so I rewrote it from the live stream. It was geometry code, lasting hundreds of lines. But from time to time in the live stream on YouTube, they showed our screen. So just from those seconds of them showing our screen, I wrote everything that was there and I filled the gaps. I spent a lot of time for that. I feel very stupid and ashamed for wasting time like that, but I was very curious. You sure you want me to tell you something about your code? You can tell me if it's garbage. No, if you see, if you didn't see an error immediately and if you didn't tell me, then let it stay like that. Now, there is binary search, right? So let's do only one of them. I will not do a second binary search. I only here want to say low is 1, high is n. Sense and Mesanu, thank you for 2. Just one binary search. Actually, I want to finish this code. Sorry, but I think that I'm close. Do this. What do we have? We have just the input. So in this case, we wonder if this will be enough, and we want to say if is okay of something, then low is mid, else high is mid minus 1. If so, put +1 here. Now, how do I store things? All. Plus mid. Yeah, is okay, first binary search. Then second, I can take one more element. Just one more element. So I have this, or this is low. That's for sure. And now if n, if low is not n, then I can take one more. V of low. Is that a keyword? Just to make sure. Now I'm scared that this may be a keyword. All end plus mid. Yeah, so I'll begin, of course. But it would compile. That wouldn't be an error. Thank you. So yeah, that doesn't matter. Binary search on prefix. No, binary search on all. Prefix is the binary searched part. Binary search on how much you take of this last guy. Here, if mid is not 0, v implies back last, first, and mid. If is okay of v, then I can only go higher. And if mid was not 0, then v pop back. So cancel this change. Then you have this. All of that is inside of the if. So this is the end of if. We are at the end of if. No. Wait. While. Now after the while, if low is not 0, v implies back this. Low. For everything, answer plus equal p second. Done. I'm done. The total distance. It's exactly this. Whew. Make every donation a toggle. Yeah, I should have prepared this better. I have log squared, that's right. Oh, one binary search over what the answer is. Yes, actually, so here I don't have log squared because of that. It's log plus log. So that doesn't affect the time complexity. But you're right, Mango, that I should have used binary search over the answer directly. I was stupid. I just split it into two parts. The full parts binary search and the last one. Slavic for $10 earlier said stop coding in Notepad. I don't think that that works during the solving the problem, but I think that I am done. So, the correctness aside, I want to read it and make sure that it compiles, because otherwise, sorry, but I'm starting from scratch. So you can help me. Let's read this together. Those are global. Those are global variables. There is read, start, and end. This works. Make a for loop and exist. Read both space, character, distance, and place back. Fine. Okay. Did I use that? LL is long. Yes. Works. Fine. Struct event. It's here. 3 values, 4 value operator. That's a bug. Event. I mean, I think it's allowed to, no, here it's not allowed because it's the struct is not constructed yet, but also it wouldn't allow me to sort. Okay. Const x1. Another error, x and type. I wasn't close to getting accepted with this, was I? Or were I? Wasn't? Was. This, done, events. Okay, seg. Create x1, y1, x2, y2. Add. Start, end. Brackets are wrong. Fixed. I think that in Genie it would be much easier. So Mango, shame on you. You can also use pair instead of make pair. No, that's not true. If you type this, it will say that both are lists of some type. Initialized lists, there is a name for that. So I think you can do this. So this is okay. So sorry that I'm trying to teach people in Notepad. This is okay. But this is okay only if lists can be compared with smaller than operator, where I don't think that's true. How can I donate for Ukraine? Scroll below the video or check this link. Initializer list, exactly. Write pair in front. Oh, really? So you mean this? Well, thank you then. I think that I actually compile with C++ 17 only, so but I can just switch. Did I not mess up something? Event. Okay, let's continue. Sort access, sort wise, if equal wise, fake start end and vert. Yep. This else assert events push back this. This ends the add, this ends the segment. Okay, halfway through, almost halfway through. Check the columns, sort them for every, compare with the previous, if so. James, $25, thank you. I will read messages if there are any after I'm done reading the code. Wardos, $10, thank you a lot. Okay, helper. Then this was fine, right? Start, start, and end. Yes, helper. Events, is that global? Yes, that's global. Create a set with just value fake +1. Create a vector. You can push back, not insert. Do I ever push back things? Typo. Columns versus column. This highlighted part is wrong. I think it's the fourth one that I'm correcting now. I was so far away from getting this right. For every event, if it's a new one, then override, return false if they are not disjoint. Column is of type vector. Yep. This is the if. If vertical, then do something. Set dot lower bound is allowed, I think. Then if this is up to y2 exists, y1 exists, return false. I could use in place back here, but whatever. So for now we have this. If type is end, y1, y2, x, y1, y2 type. Okay. Now this was all the events. Then this is the end of for loop, I believe. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Now, if not disjoint at the end, return false, otherwise return true. And this will finish the helper. Great. So far, everything is okay. We are just left with is okay and the main. Then it's done. Please, I hope this works. Not prefix empty, whatever. It must compile. I don't care about the correctness. The last element increased by 1. It's not constant. Karim, thank you for €20. I will read messages. Can I donate to get you to switch back to an editor? After I'm done reading this, okay? After I try to compile it. But yes, now I've learned that there should be an option to get me back to a normal editor because this is just terrible. Okay, it's okay. Vector of such pairs. I need to also check when I run is joined. No, when I run helper, that doesn't require anything. But when I run is okay, it requires this vector of pairs. V is vector of pairs. Yes, still that. Good. Events clear because it's something global. Create this. for everything in prefix. Looks good. Create the segment with xy, x2, y2. Run a function. There is add, right? Where is add? Yes, it's here. Segment has a function add. This was copy pasted, so it should be okay. The xy get assigned. Return helper. Okay, finally main, the last function. Please, low, high, while, middle, get the range. In both cases, change something. Binary search 2. V, it's not in the same scope, so I'm not overshadowing. Low, doesn't hurt. Yep, doesn't hurt. Last second. Do those exist? Yes, they were global almost. While meet, few cases, and place back. This is card, this is int, this is while loop. And place back. Last, low. This is the if. Okay, I think I'm ready to compile. Let me just count the starting. No, I know what I will do. Real programming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 29 it said couldn't find. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 29 it said it's wrong. Okay, let me read the chat. Reading the chat. What a nightmare, in my eyes are burning. This also exists. If you mean that I can make a mistake because of swapping two brackets, then sure. 29 almost equal to the number of donators. That would be nice. I can only use that many characters. Imagine checking total balance parenthesis string and saying it's balanced. Hey, I'm just checking something. I'm not saying that then it will for sure compile. Okay, I'm ready. This should be saved as all files. pain.cpp. pain.cpp. Okay, chat. Fingers crossed. Did he see the typo in line 3? Stop. Stop. Don't. Why are you doing this? Pain.cpp. No. I'm opening that engine. I shouldn't look. I've hidden it. Notepad. Open. Pain. Monogon, $100. Thank you. The $100 will apply for the next problem. What are you telling me? Compilation error in line 3. Line 3 is empty. Submit. I was never so happy in my life about wrong answer. Oof. Chat, it's time for celebration. Wrong answer. Do you feel that? Do you feel the happiness? Hype in the chat. Wow, I'm amazing. Now get it out of context and show to new programmers. 20 instead of 15 instead of 20, 20 instead of this. This should be easy to debug. Correct is 25, but I say 20. It seems that the second binary search is messed up. Maybe, I mean, not necessarily. Is there anything where I'm providing a partial answer correctly? I'm always wrong by a little bit. We reached 1K. Let me refresh. $1,031. Thank you to everybody. 35 supporters. Thank you everybody for donating to Red Cross. We reached the goal. I think I want to debug this thing, and then the next problem I'm doing blindfold. By the way, maybe anybody sees the mistake in my code? I shouldn't really look at the colorful version. I will take a quick look at the second binary search. Maybe it's easy to debug. So just before I do that, again, if you weren't present at the beginning of the stream, the goal, as you might guess from the title, is to just help Ukraine a little bit. And we're donating to Red Cross, which is present there already for 8 years. Red Cross operates in Ukraine since 2014. And because since then there are some, a smaller war is there, some fights. And there, of course, the crisis is much bigger and they need all the help they can get. I might also go to donate my blood in 1 or 2 days here in Warsaw. Back to ID. But maybe we are able to hear. Okay, but I think we all want to see it outside of Notepad. So let's just do it here. What is wrong with the second binary search? Because here we have the first items, great. First mid, second. Looks good to me. I don't know why it's wrong. The donation incentive to go back to Genie? Nah, I think I did my part, okay? I did my part. I'm going to just debug it. Where is Linux? Linux, I'm back. Let's call it BCPP, whatever. I want to try one of those tests where I was wrong. Robot, path. Where are my submissions? Why am I logged out? Submit results. Go here, grab the code. No, grab the test. Something where I see everything. Here we go. Well, $133. What? If low is not n, out of bounds index 3. Not v, this thing. It's not v, it should be O. So wait, but you know the rules. Compilation error means I need to remove everything and start from scratch. So let's try to be careful. I'm marking everything, right? Yes, everything. Okay. Copy it here. Control S. V of low. This part. O. Nothing more, right? Just instead of V, it should be O. Anything else? Control S. Submit. BCPP. Still wrong? So I can at least test here. I thought that I fixed the issue. F9 by 1 too little. Expected this to work properly. So I guess now always the answer is by 1 off. 8, 7, 10, 9. Empty. Oh, time limit exceeded. Well, this will be hard to improve, but with this 1 second. What's up, chat? Okay. I know that I should switch to easy problems, but it feels that I'm close to getting accepted. Let's just be careful here. Where is the plus plus? Control F plus plus. No, that's not a good idea. Dot back. I use dot back here. The last element increased by 1. But then here the last element will be cancelled, so it should be okay. I don't know why this is wrong. Close enough to accept it? Come on, let's finish it. If... Of course, I can cheat and just say if something, then answer plus plus. Right? Whenever we really binary search, when I make correct, here 10 because that's full, 5 because, I don't know, I can say instead of understanding what's wrong, I'm going to cheat. So what happened here? I think that we have a full 1. So then on here we binary search and we find 0. Then here nothing at all. This. So again, I will copy it, paste, low plus 1, run, 25, submit. Okay, well, obviously this making a desperate if like that isn't everything. And then something is wrong. I don't know what. Looks good to me, but I think I don't want to debug it. So let's say it's done. And now for maybe the last problem of the stream, let's satisfy the requirement, the last requirement in this list, in this painful list. And that's something Monogon triggered. And messages from Monogon: why do blind people program in Java? Because they can't see. And well done for this. How do you think about the DP states and transitions by using brute force first, then optimizing to DP? For easy problems, I can guess the states, but I can't for harder problem. I don't do brute force first. In DP problems, I don't think that any brute force is needed. I go from left to right and think what is relevant so far after some choices. And I made a series of videos explaining my thought process. Richter dynamic programming. Yeah, that's that series of videos. Wow, it's over 2 years ago. But it's still, I think, a very good way of thinking about DP. Okay, robot path is solved, obviously. Easy problem. Let's close it. Let's forget about it. Remove BCPP. Close this shit. Close this. That never happened. Now, thanks for trying my problem suggestion. Mango, you're welcome. I think you still owe me some, not really pain, but some health, but it's okay. Now, blind code. How are we doing it? First of all, so I will maybe show you what I see here. Okay, I cannot move the camera well enough, or I will be able in a moment. Give me a second. I'm such a professional. MSG donated $100. Does it XOR with each other? Do I need to solve 2 problems blindfolded or just one? No. I can of course do it blindfolded, but I think that I still need to monitor a stream in some way. So I don't see a perfect way for you to prevent me from cheating, but I'm going to just, turn off my monitor. And I think that you will still see what happens in that monitor. It's just that I will not see it. I have OBS on this side, and you just need to believe me because, there's OBS here. But I will minimize it, and that's, I think, the best way. Yep. MSG just donating. What do you do? What you want? Thank you, MSG, for the donation. Okay, then what are we doing? What problem should I solve? I once in my life already tried it. Dijkstra. The number of test cases, oh, it's in Polish, so we don't want that if possible. Some very basic problem like DFS or connected components. Given an undirected graph of n nodes and m edges, find the number of its connected components. Oh, I need to sign in. All right. Oh, that's funny. I turned off the screen not to show you my password, but you still saw my screen. Well, by the way, I am still here. Yeah, I am. Can see your screen through the camera. Yep. I'm not a smart person. So I think one problem I will do like this, where I will not see my own screen. I just need to minimize OBS, which is done. Now it's minimized. Actually, before I do that, I need to decrease the size of this, because that's not anymore relevant that much. Or maybe let me just erase some entries. No notepad. That's stupid. Actually, I will leave it here. No, like that, code in chat. But we know what was there. Most recent donations can stay. That's fine. Any questions, chat? Anything I need to resolve before I go blind? We're at 1150. And the comment of MSG's donation was double blind. Great. Watching your face when you turn off the monitor would be more fun to watch. Do you think so? Can we include both in some way? How can we do that? Well, second problem will be the camera will face me. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it. Maybe at least I can show you the keyboard as well. The camera doesn't want to cooperate. And it tries to detect whether it's horizontal or not. Well, you get something. Yeah, so keyboard come as an extra. Now, like that, minimize OBS. But no, I still see it in the Twitch chat. So not only in OBS I can see it. I need to pop out the chat. Where is it? Problem hidden. Why is it hidden? I don't know. Okay, then what do I need to do? Read NM and read the edges, print the number of connected components. Easy. Easy. Turning it off. What's the book? It's a notebook actually. Okay, it's scary, but here we go. I'm looking at my keyboard and I'm slower at typing. How do I want to approach this? Also, I can move the keyboard to the right, you will see it better. It's so bad. I'm turning off my muscle memory if I slow down so far, because now I'm looking at the keyboard. And I'm not sure if I typed the line correctly. Well, that's bad. Face cam in the next problem. I wrote iknut, I don't believe you. I should, by the way, I could use Control H for that. I think that Control H does find and replace, but let's see. How do we want to do it? Find in union or DFS? I think DFS. So, what I need globally. I will make a lot of space, so I could freely move up if I want. Now, create nugs, create edges, create what, visited? That was a mistake. Doing so many new lines is a mistake because I will not go back there if I want. Okay, next time I will know that. Void DFS of int a. I 3 times close. Why? Because there is start of DFS, start of for loop, start of if. So should be okay. NM are red. I should do this more often. I don't think I should do this more often. Chrome password manager is showing my password. Great. Okay. While, oh no, I think I mistyped once again. That was shift home. While m minus minus a b a b a, no, again. Read a and b. I think in the problem statement they were up to from 1 to n, but does it matter? Well, it does matter. Edges push back b, edges of b push back a. Finish reading of the edges. Now create answer for every a. If not visited of a, answer plus plus. DFS of a, finish if, finish for, print the answer. Oh no, no, no. Damn it. Print this answer. Done. Done. Okay, I'm looking at the chat now. Missed marking visited. I mark visited in DFS. I don't need that to do that in main. We can see your screen. That's the point. I don't see it either. Oh no, in DFS. Yes, yes, you're right. Okay, okay, we can fix it. We for sure can fix it. Now, I will fix it with Control F or with define. You're right. At the beginning of DFS, what's going on? At the beginning of DFS, I have for loop, but that's not the only for loop, so I cannot have a define for that. I can run DFS again. Okay. Okay, here's the idea. Arrow up a lot of times. I should be at the beginning of the program. At the beginning there is include and using namespace. Arrow down, arrow down. Now, fuck, I wanted to do something else. Never mind. Now I will implement DFS again. and if and for and DFS. Define DFS, DFS2. Go to the very bottom. Now, how many lines do I have in main? Let's try to count that. Main, int nm, read them, while m minus minus, read, create AB, read AB, edges A, edges B, end the loop. For A, create answer. For A, if answer plus plus DFS, close if, close for, print answer, close main. 18. Okay, so we are at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, just in case. No, that's bullshit. Done. I'm reading the chat now. After 16 you jump to 18. So I did something wrong? But I on purpose did multiple empty lines, so if I make a mistake by 1 or by 2, it should be okay. Okay, then I think I can compile. I'm compiling F9. Fuck. Oh, the global stuff. Right. I will show you the errors. Visit not declared, edges not declared. Damn it, that's right. Well, but I was close. So, you know the rules. Start from scratch. Camera got stupid. How fun was that? Okay. And still the same code. No, not this. I mean, still the same problem because I haven't solved it yet. And maybe I will then solve one more, I think, an easy problem, and that's it for the stream. But still, donate, please donate. I will go through all the messages after this one. Painful for me? Not really, it was interesting. The notepad problem was painful. Okay, now. Is that it? Yep, that's it. So let's go. Again, the beginning is very difficult because of muscle memory, and I try on purpose to make things slower. I've hit Control A and it highlighted the chat. I think that I'm not focused. Monitor on. Yep, I wasn't focused. I mean, the focus wasn't in Genie. So I started typing something. Okay, monitor off. Include bits std c++.h sync namespace std. Now, without new lines, I will make stuff. Actually, it would be boring to make it with DFS again, right? So do we want find and union? Let's make it with find and union. I think it's a bad idea to make it with find and union. Make this. Now, how do I implement find and union? I make it with group and the inverse. Then, no. Then there is uni function. If they are equal, then don't do anything. Otherwise, swap in some case. Inf of a. It's so difficult. I read compile output. What? Oh, you mean for the previous problem? If inf of a dot size greater. I think I missed a bracket. Why is it so difficult? Inf of a dot size. No, greater. Inf of b dot size. Swap. Now, for every element in, what did I type? If a. Okay, for every element in inf of a, inf of b, push back this element. I don't know if type the colon, semicolon. Oh, I can type another one. G of x is b. This is not really needed, but let's do that. The end. Okay. Union of AB and if this is equal to itself, answer plus plus. Done. I'm done. Oh, I didn't scroll the chat for a long time. It didn't scroll automatically. Is your screen turned off? Yes, it is. Looks fine. Can't see the code. Really? But is a big part covered? Oh, still. Oh no. Now I cannot hit F9 because I'm not focused on Genie, but I will eyeball the mouse movement. No, I know what I will do. I will move the mouse completely to the right. It should be very much to the right, a little bit to the left. Click F9. Okay. Turning the monitor on. Yay! Hooray. Oh, so you don't see the last 3 lines or so. Oh, and for the whole time you didn't see what I typed as I typed it. Okay, that's bad. Let's test it. 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's wrong. I didn't initialize, but I think I don't need to remove. But I should code it blindly, right? Monitor off. For g of I is I, inf of I is I. F9. I think the DFS was more interesting because I corrected something in the middle. Yep, let's try now. 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Maybe it's because of this, so maybe I cannot submit, but looks good to me. Okay. You moved your cursor when your monitor was on? That's not true. Well, I mean, in the second time, when I was saying that I'm moving my cursor blindly, I was. Can you go over your code and explain? You can search about find an union. I find groups, like maybe for me one group is 1, 5, another is, let's see what happens after this. There is group 1, 2. So 1, 2, there is group 3, there is group 4, there is group 5. If somebody tells me to group 1, 2 with 4, I move smaller to larger. This is how I always do find an union. So I here say A versus B, which one is smaller? And then the smaller group I want to insert here. So I iterate for every X in this element, in this group, I insert it here. So I will get here 4. G of X tells me to which group the element belongs. Inf of B tells me what is that full group. Now, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I did. It was for sure interesting and unusual. In particular, the robot path problem. I'm happy that I got it without compilation errors at the end, but I shouldn't have tried it in Notepad. Not such a difficult problem. Too much time. Type racer, maybe one type racer is okay. Let me check the status of our charity. $1,300 with almost 40 supporters. Thank you, Anonymous, Helpless Indian, for your donations of $50 and $100. Yep, I think I set the target properly. I wondered if I should do it to maybe $300, $2,000, but I think $1,000 was reasonable. I will not solve other problems. I can do type racer with you, and that's it. It's one last opportunity to donate if you want. Obviously, you can donate wherever you want. In particular, I'm not really an expert on what should be done and stuff like that, but there's this blog by Anton, who is from Ukraine, and he's saying that this is a good link to use for how to support, so also check this out. Both for donations and for just other things like write to your politicians, stuff like that, and get the news. But now, I think I will close Linux, do one more type racer, one type racer. Sign in, yes. Up to 200 friends. That's new. Paste it in the chat. Let's go a few rounds. You need to grab the full link because it broke it in the chat into 2. But also, oh no, join. To believe what digital. Almost there, 98 versus 99. I will repaste the link, and I think that up to 200 people can join, so feel free to join. The next race is in 20 seconds. Framework I won, but only by 1 word per minute. And I missed the start indeed by 1 second. So I feel like a winner. I still feel like a winner after the notepad problem, robot path. Even though I got wrong answer. It was needed. It was good that I went through the code. I found multiple typos and brackets missing, stuff like that, and indeed then it started working. It compiled, I mean. $118, but there are some pros appearing now. Legumi, bucket, guest. Well, electricity gone. Can't join now. Can you? You can join from your phone, maybe. I wonder what's my words per minute in a phone. Okay, maybe 2 more races. And this is it for today. $103. Bucket won this time. Again, it was the other way around. 130 Legumi and 120 Bucket. I wonder how this should be pronounced. Legume. 1 more race and I'm off. Thank you everybody for watching, already I can say. Today's LeetCode problem, just intuition, please. Ask somebody else. You have Codeforces forum, you have LeetCode forum. LeetCode also posts discussions. Link. Yes, here's a link again. In Discord, if in Discord, my Discord server, in the YouTube server, not server, in the YouTube channel of that Discord server, you can type your suggestions about this live stream. What do you think should be done differently next time if I make something like that? But maybe, independent from the situation in the world, once every month I can do it. Because once a month, getting $1,000 for charity would be very nice. Worse time, but I also talked. My YouTube resources were helpful. Oh, happy to hear that. And just checking one last time for new donations, if there are any, so I could answer. Okay, then for the final time, $1,306. This is how much we gathered today. All of that goes to the British Red Cross, and the Red Cross already operates in Ukraine, and this will buy in particular things such as water and food, just first aid, medicine for those affected by the current war. I'm very happy you joined me today, and thank you all for donations. I think that next time if I do this, I will do some preparation to think more about the donation versus reward. Maybe displaying messages would be nice from donations, and I would be happy to get a sponsor. So if you're a company and if you want to throw a few $100s for such a live stream, I don't know, it doesn't even need to be competitive programming. I can sponsor, sponsor what? Or how is it called? Raid Shadow Legends. So if you're just anything reasonable and you want to sponsor such a stream, great. You can reach me via YouTube email. On my YouTube, you will find my business email. All right. Of course, you can continue there if you want. The same link will work, but I will go now. Thank you everybody for joining, and just looking at who appeared now in the chat: Mr. Shadow, In Flames, 7C, possibly Bucket Potato, who I think wants some type racers now, Moon Knight, earlier Manga, Monogon, Slavic, all the people who donated. Thank you a lot for watching, for joining me today. Thank you for donating and for helping Ukraine in this war. I'm off. Bye.